everybody, this is the Mass 33, and today what I'm doing is I'm cleaning Calico's setup here. That's cocoa chips I use, not crushed walnut or any other stuff, or aspen. Not saying it's bad or anything like that, but this is what I use, and I'm just lucky that I'm able to get it from Pinellas County reptiles. It's a great substrate for many reptiles. It soaks up, keeps the humidity up. You can spray it, not have to worry about soaking. Food gets on it, you don't have to worry about it, and it can last you, if you're spot cleaning, this stuff can last you almost a year. But I recommend you change it every 4 to 6 months. But you know, big bags like 14-15 bucks or whatever. They could also ship it to you guys if you don't live in anywhere near in the Tampa Bay area, and you can't come and get it. It's okay, don't worry about it. They do a lot of shows, and you can get it from, I know the highest up show, they do South Carolina on down, all the Florida, Pinellas County Reptiles. Go to the website and you can order this stuff from them specifically, or you can use aspen as well. I just like this stuff better because if I wet aspen, it gets all mushy and gross and whatnot. So, but anyways, this is his tank, and all you need is certain things, such as you're gonna need a cleaning agent, right? Well, I recommend this right here. I love this stuff. It's by Natural Chemistry. This stuff is cool because you can clean everything with it, from, as you can see, all of those animals. It's not expensive, and it lasts a while, and the fresh is real clean smell, and doesn't harm anything to, you know, it doesn't harm your animals. So that's pretty cool. Natural enzymes, organic stabilizers, yazi, whatever that means. It's just a lot of stuff there, but it's all natural, so that's a good thing. It's a good company. They also make a couple of, like, a free flea bath, and some other stuff. But also I get this at Pinellas County Reptiles for only $9.99. If you go to like some feed store, they might have it, so it's okay, Canadian fans, and everybody out in the West. So it's not like Florida's the only place that has it. You can get this at a pet store, and if you can't, again, you could always order it from them, Pinellas County Reptiles. And you're probably wondering, why do I always bring up Pinellas County Reptiles? I used to work there, but and I love their stuff. Like, I'm a big fan, you know. I can't hate on something if it works, honestly. And they always know I'm real honest. Like, if stuff doesn't work, the owner is always so cool to listen, and he's like, yeah, this stuff is crap. And he'd just go, you know, and look for something. He's always looking to look for something better. It's not necessarily looking for something cheaper or lower grade. He's always about getting the best bang for your buck. So that's the reason why I worked for that guy for like nearly 3 years or something like that, because they know, the owners know, they're pretty good. And let's see, what you need would be paper towels, obviously. If you're allergic to anything, use rubber or some kind of glove. Non-latex if you're allergic to latex. I'm not, and I'm just using these because he poops and I don't feel like having poop on my hand. Another thing you'll need is dustpan. Clean or dirty, doesn't matter. You're just cleaning this tank out, so it's not a big deal. You're gonna need a garbage can, doesn't matter the size, and you're also gonna need, hold on, a hamper of some sort, and a towel. And that's where you're gonna put your blue tongue skink at while you're cleaning, or unless you put them somewhere else, I don't know, leave them around. Some people just leave them run around the house. I can't, not because of my dog, it's just because I have a lot of nooks and crannies, and they're masters of escaping, so I don't want to take that risk. Okay, so that's mine. He'll just go in there and hide. So let's go back to the tank, and I'll explain his enclosure too, how I made it. All right, we're back, and this is pretty cool, man, the way I did this. Let me put this to the side. This tank I got from, again, Pinellas County Reptiles. Sounds so corny, but yeah. It slides all the way out, and it's equivalent to a 40-gallon breeder tank, like size-wise. And he was a lot smaller. I mean, this guy was like probably smaller than my hand. He was like that big, and I had him in a 10-gallon for about 2 months, and 2 or 3 months. And he outgrew that. I put him in a 20 long for a couple more months, and then I ended up getting this big giant square, which is a 2x2. And I don't know who sells these kind of tanks. The only people I know are them. It's because his father was like, I guess that's his father's company who makes these tanks. So, you know, that's the reason I got lucky to get a cool tank like this. But I'm pretty sure out in the West Coast, I think he supplies somebody out there. If you live in the West Coast and you can't get it, you know what I mean? You could. I know there's people out there who also use the company. His father's company, but it's so cool because it slides. It's good for many reptiles too. So any terrestrial reptiles, it's cool. It's cool for snakes as well. If you're, you know, doing like a cool ball python setup or something like that. It's pretty tall, so it's about 16 inches, I think. Yeah. What I did is, instead of throwing those Exoterra backgrounds out, I kind of like shaped it and I put it in there. And it wedges real clean, like perfect. I did it so it pushes in real clean. And then I just glued this side, which I could always take off. It's not like permanent glue or anything like that. And then I put this background to kind of give him some privacy. Now Calico he doesn't really care. It doesn't matter to him. he's not shy at all. So give me a second here. And Calico! There you go, my boy. He's like, what in the world, man? I love this guy. Look at him. He doesn't know where to hide. He's a chunker, too. Look at that. Look how chunky he got. Oh, chunky. I love this guy. Look at him. Calico. Calico's a little bit over a year now, so let me get him out, and then I'll clean up this stuff, okay? And all I'm doing right now is I'm gonna remove these parts right here. What's crazy is that actually this took off, I'd say, a couple inches off the tank when I did this. But at that time it didn't really matter because Calico wasn't really that big. But now he is, and you know. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to pause this real quick. I'll be right back. Clean all this out, and then you can see the final product here. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. So we're back. This is what it looks like, obviously, when it's clean. And one thing I didn't mention earlier, I just want to get this out of the way. If you can't find this healthy habitat, it's okay. You guys could always use like organic lemongrass, you know, just stuff that is not gonna get your animals sick, okay? But lemongrass I used before plenty of times. It smells great and it works just as good. If you can't, you know, get your hands on that. And this is what cocoa chips bedding will look like. Ideal for reptiles, rodents, ferrets, rabbits, amphibians, arachnids, and small animals. Resists mold and it resists mildew. Controls odor and it's super absorbent. This is the large bag for $15.99. If you make it to any of the shows that Pinellas County Reptiles is at, you can get it, or you can get it shipped to you. So it's not a big deal, okay, guys? You can get this. It's not like, oh my goodness. So that's a plus. you know. So I wanted to bring that up just because. But if you don't get the cocoa, it's fine with aspen, okay? I just don't like aspen because I don't like that his water when he's drinking it or he's walking over it, he's always trampling it and it gets all soggy and it's pretty annoying to me. So that's the reason why I don't use aspen. But you can use it and it could be safe. As far as the walnut stuff and all that, I'm not really a big fan of that. If you use it and it doesn't bother your animal, you're more than welcome. I don't like it because it's slightly dusty, and I just feel like that stuff gets in their nostrils and not really cool. But you should always have a dedicated plate for food anyways. Just don't throw their food there and say, okay, Blue Tongue, go and get it. They will, believe me, and they don't care what they ingest. They have iron stomachs. They remind me a lot of pit bulls. With that being said, I'm gonna do the finished product, and then we're pretty much wrapped up with this video, okay? Pause it. And this is a taller hide from Exoterra. I like this one because there's a lot of headroom, and you could curl up, and they love to do that. Now, once I put the cocoa chips in, what I do is I just kind of make a little hole for him right here, like that, and then I place this on top of it, just like that. Okay, and then he'll slide in there and just chill. Okay, now remember with Blue Tongue skinks, if you're doing an under the tank heat pad like I do, it's good to keep it at 90 degrees and always add calcium with D3 in their diet. As far as if you're doing a heat bulb, do the combination with the UVB and heat bulb, and but still you should still continue to put calcium in their food. And they eat pretty much anything, but you can Google what kind of foods they eat. It's pretty cool. I do organic foods in canned, and then I add the calcium to it. I just use organic. I know they wouldn't eat that in the wild. They will eat anything as far as like decomposed flesh. They're pretty tough. They'll eat anything in the wild. But I just do it this way because I want the best for my animals. I eat the best, they eat the best. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna refrain from putting these things in, which they look cool, but the reason I'm not is because now I've got a couple inches back, and Calico's gonna be happy about that. He's gonna jump for joy. And you know those little water bowls that you use for cats or dogs, that you put the water in it, has like an upside down Pepsi can or a Pepsi liter or something like that, and it continues to give water? That's what I use for him, so I don't have to always think like, oh man, I forgot, you know, to put water into my animal. There's always water there for him, so not a big deal. And I just put a plate here, a little dish, and I warm up his food a little, and I put it there with some calcium, and he'll destroy it. I used to put all these cut up little, you know, and I'm like, you know, all these vegetables and all that stuff, and I found a can, you know, I find cans of organic cat food or dog food. I go with dog food, it's not as high in fat, but I use that, and it has like grapes in it, walnuts, oh gosh, I could just go on with the stuff. And they have ahi tuna, salmon, they have beef, duck, and Calico's more like he likes duck. I don't know. He's bigger on for some reason he likes birds, chicken, ducks, but he'll get down on the salmon every now and then. He's just not big on it. He'll leave it there for a while and come back. But if I put some duck and chicken on there, Calico's on it. Boom. So the final product, pause, and where you want it to focus. Look at this guy. This Calico right here, everybody. Little dude. I love him. I've had him since he was like a little peon, like literally slightly bigger than my middle finger. And I love it because when they eat, they actually sit on their butts when they eat. And I just fell in love with him. He was such an oddball because remember, Calico's a hybrid. He's an Irian Jaya / Maruki, and this is the reason why he came out with the Irian Jaya head, but the colors of a Maruki. Really strange guy, man. And no, I will not be breeding this guy. I was thinking of doing something like that, but it's not fair. Crossing different localities like that, it's not good for the future. If nature wants to do it, let them do it, but I don't want to do that. I just want to keep this guy as a pet. I was thinking in the future maybe of breeding pure blue tongues, but for now I'd just rather just keep him as a pet. I love him a lot. He's always going to be my friend. They live long years, man. They can live up to like almost 30 years, so that's him right there going in. He's just checking it all out. This is the Mass 33. I'm sorry this video is long, but I kind of wanted to help everybody out because a lot of people were asking for this, and here it is, okay? It's for you guys. I love you guys, all right? Mass 33. I'm out of here. Peace.